The 1996 Packers may be the most underrated team in modern NFL history. They had the #1 scoring offense at 28.5 points per game and the #1 scoring defense, giving up 13.1 points per game, as well as having a top special teams unit featuring Desmond Howard's big year returning kicks and punts. The offense was led by the reigning MVP Brett Favre in his prime, being coached by Mike Holmgren. Robert Brooks got hurt in an early season game versus the 49ers. With Brooks lost for the season, Green Bay needed other receivers to step up. Veteran Don Beebe delivered the greatest performance of his career against the 49ers, recording 11 catches for 220 yards and a touchdown. As the season progressed, second-year receiver Antonio Freeman emerged as Brett Favre's go-to target, including a 9-catch, 175-yard, 3-touchdown performance against the Broncos in a late-season game. Favre came out with a hot start to the season, throwing for 20 touchdowns and 3 interceptions in the first 6 games before ultimately finishing with 39 touchdowns, 13 interceptions, and his second consecutive MVP. Reggie White provided the pass rush. Gilbert Brown helped shut down the run. Leroy Butler led the secondary. The Packers may be underrated because they did lose 3 games during the season. They went through a rough patch before turning into a juggernaut to end the season, winning their last 8 games. The Pack steamrolled many teams during the season, such as crushing Tampa 34-3, San Diego 42-10, Chicago 37-6, the Lions 31-3, the 12-1 Broncos 41-6, and those poor Vikings 38-10. The Packers rolled through the playoffs, averaging 33.3 points and giving up 16 points per game. They beat the 49ers in the unofficial Mud Bowl at Lambeau Field 35-14, in which Desmond Howard returned a punt for a touchdown. Favre only needed to attempt 15 passes, as Dorsey Levens and Edgar Bennett ran through the mud, with William Henderson paving the way. The Packers then beat the upstart Carolina Panthers on a frozen Lambeau Field for the NFC Championship by the score of 30-13. The defense held the Panthers to 251 yards and forced 3 turnovers. Favre threw for 292 yards and 2 touchdowns, while Dorsey Levens had the game of his career with 205 total yards and a touchdown on 15 touches. The Packers then went down to the Superdome and defeated the New England Patriots 35-21 in the Super Bowl. The game started with Favre getting the best of Patriots defensive coordinator Bill Belichick by audibling from 322 stick to razor and hitting Andre Reeson for a 54-yard touchdown. Soon after, Favre hit Antonio Freeman for an 81-yard touchdown down the sideline. Favre also ran for a touchdown to take a 27-14 lead into halftime. After the Patriots scored to make it 27-21, Desmond Howard returned a kick 99 yards for a touchdown, with Favre hitting Mark Kamara for the 2-point conversion to make it 35-21. Reggie White took over the fourth quarter and ended the day with 3 sacks. The defense also intercepted Drew Bledsoe 4 times. My friends, don't forget the 96 Packers. Favre was top dog in the league. Reggie and Beebe finally got their rings. Freeman emerged, and Holmgren earned his place in Packers history. Go Pack, go!